Hey everyone, long time no see. I am currently hiking out here, doing some recon on the Mountain to Sea Trail. This right over here is the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is currently closed, which is why I'm doing recon. So this video is going to be a good update, some questions and information people are wanting to know. Haven't been able to get that update out until now, as I've been extremely busy and I've been healing up, and I wanted to have a little bit more information before giving an update. So as you probably know, I started on the Appalachian Trail, and at the beginning of this year I announced what I was doing, one of which was going to be the Appalachian Trail for the third year in a row. And then I created a trail which connects all the 6,000 footers called the SB6K. It's a challenge, but I made that into a through hike by creating a 275-mile trail that will connect all of those. That is the second through hike of the year. And the third through hike of the year is the Blue Mountain Trail out in Oregon, which is over 500 miles. It goes through Hell's Canyon and the Wallowa Mountains, and just eastern Oregon is just absolutely stunning and beautiful, being high desert and 8,000-9,000 foot mountains, connecting all of that with beautiful Hell's Canyon. That's the third one. Obviously, if you know anything about me, I can change at any time. You never know. I could add another through hike in, 2 through hikes in, 3 through hikes in. I don't know. You never know about me. But that was the plan. And those 3 are obviously what's happening this year. I've already been on the AT, and been on the AT and had to get off because of a small itty bitty tiny blister that ended up becoming a wound within a day and a half and created a lot of problems. Got off to heal, as I reside not too far from where I got off in Franklin, North Carolina, and wanted to get off and let that heal, and that took a very long time. About 3 weeks. Still bothers me a little bit, but after 3 weeks I could at least get a shoe on for the first time. I couldn't put a shoe on for 3 weeks. Not too many people walk around with flip-flops / slides on their feet in 20-degree ice and snow kind of weather, but I do. So nice big tree here. You gotta watch me go over it. That's a big one. So, where's Fortune? What's Fortune doing? All right, so this is what Fortune's doing. I'm healing up. I'm getting real close to obviously being able to hike, as I'm hiking right now, but the day after day hike still is going to take a little more healing, as it still is quite sore walking. So I'm a 20-mile-a-day guy. That will exacerbate the problem really quickly. So we'll be getting out there soon, and this is where I'm going to update you. During this downtime, if you remember last year on the through hike, I created and recorded quite a few songs along the trail, and I had mentioned that I was going to put those on an album for everybody. And during my downtime, when I got off the trail to heal up, I decided there was no better time than right then. So I've been in the studio recording this album. 11 songs, all songs from the mountains that I wrote, created, composed, arranged, and have some really killer musicians sitting in with me on banjo, mandolin, fiddle. It's awesome. You wait. But it is completed. The recording part. Still mixing and mastering to be finalized to get everything done. That will be done here shortly, and I will let you all know the launch date, the release date of that album, so you can add that to your collection, or go to Pandora, Spotify, Apple, all the different ones there are, wherever you listen to music, and be able to listen to the new album. But be looking for it. Obviously, my name is Fortune. It's just being released under my name. And the album title is, well, what it's about, obviously, is Songs from the Mountains. But the title of the album is I Am Home. So be looking for it. Also, while I'm talking about it, if you haven't gotten the book that came out last fall, The Birth of a Thru-Hiker, go check that out, as that will tell you why I do what I do and why thru-hiking is my life and how it changed me. Talks about a lot of my health struggles in there, the tragedies in my life, and the trials and tribulations of when I first started thru-hiking, but how it changed me and created a new me. Look at this. Whew. So, get that book, check it out. You can buy it on Amazon. If you have Kindle, I think it's like $3. Paperback is like $15. But hopefully you like it. It's all about inspiring, helping people. So, I don't know if you've been seeing this as I've been walking. A lot of down trees here. This particular section of the Mountain to Sea Trail is closed here in a little bit. According to maps, it's closed here too, but they don't have anything to stop you from going on. So I wanted to do some recon out here, as this section leads up to the Craigies and then the Black Mountains within the next 10 to 20 miles of the trail. And that is a huge section of the thru-hike that I've created, where it uses the Mountain to Sea Trail at times. And this is one section it does. And this is all closed up, or was. I guess it just recently opened, this little area here. So I'm going to see how far I could go. Little recon, because that is going to be coming here really soon. The Fortune SB6K thru-hike, I'm calling it as of right now. Check out the introduction video for the year, where I'm announcing, I should say the announcement video of the thru-hikes I'm doing. It gives a lot more detail there, but 46,000 footers, that's part of a challenge. Most people take a year or 2 years to do it. I'm gonna do it in about 2 weeks on a 275 mile thru-hike. So check it out. But you'll get a little teaser here today of what this trail looks like right now and how much damage Helene did to this area, because this is one of the worst hit areas, is here for about the next 20 miles or so, going into the Black Mountains, and you know where Mount Mitchell is, the Craigies, all closed down at this time. So I'm hoping I can really get a good view of what it looks like. So the next update that I want to give you, the other reason why it's okay that my blisters are completely healed, because again, the book describes some of the health issues I've had years ago. Well, I went for my yearly checkup again, since I had the foot thing going on, and wanted to make sure the infection wasn't too bad, or that it wasn't spreading internally or anything. And wanted to do my yearly checkup, because I didn't do that last year. So, I mean, I did a little health checkup when I had Lyme, but not much more besides that. So wanted to get that done, kind of find out what was going on the health front, because I have had some issues and I want to get those nipped in the bud, plus just check out everything that I've been dealing with, 5-6 years ago and such. So read the book and he'll give you a better detail on my life and what I've been through health-wise. But through hiking cured me of a lot of problems that I was having, you know, with the gut. Quit drinking, I quit smoking, clean lifestyle, sorta. I eat a lot of donuts when I'm on the trail, but I try to live a good, clean life and not put too much trash in my body, as I've been through a lot of issues with health. So that being said, on my yearly checkup, some things came back that was a little disheartening and disconcerting with some of the tests I took. And I'm actually heading back this week for the next round of tests. And the potential specialists and such in there as well, as we need to make sure this is nipped in the bud, as it could be somewhat serious. So everybody, thank you for your support and prayers. Keep those coming. And now I would say as soon as the doctor gives me clearance, but I don't wait for that. I never have, I never will. Just when the tests are done and I feel I'm ready to get back on trail, I will be heading back to whichever way I do it. If I go to the Appalachian Trail first, or if I do the SB 6K through hike, that will be coming next. So as stated before in some past videos, in the last video or two, I'm just not sure because of the timing of all three through hikes, if I'm going to go to the AT first, or if I'm going to jump off and do this 275 mile through hike before going back to the AT. And the Blue Mountain Trail will be this summer, so I got a few months for that one. But basically that's what's been going on. Letting the wound heal up, figuring out what in the world is going on with my body. That's could be serious. Definitely causing some serious symptoms and side effects of whatever's going on, that through different testing and such has showed that there's definitely something out of the norm that should not be there going on right now. So keep me in your prayers. I'll be back on the trail very soon. Nothing really keeps me off the trail because, let's just be honest, when I first started through hiking, I had a time limit on my life. And I started through hiking because I wanted to do something epic before my time was over. And it healed me. Trained my whole life. Read it in the book, you'll find out. Trained my whole life to become the through hiker that I am now. So this is probably quite windy. I mean, the weather is, but also my rant. But I want to make sure everybody understood what was going on. Just being cautious on the health and making sure I do everything that I can right now for the testing and to find out what it is going on so we can nip it in the bud if possible. But I'll be back on trail very soon. Could be within a couple days. Could be a couple weeks. Will not be a couple months. I can tell you that. So stay tuned, as some epic stuff is coming real soon. Stay tuned on this video too. I'm going to show you some of the trail here on the Mount C Trail heading towards the Craggy Mountains, which are some 6,000 footers right before Mount Mitchell and the Black Mountains, which are, Mount Mitchell's the highest mountain east of the Mississippi. It's a beautiful day in the mid 60s, just a little windy, but feels good to be out in nature, doing what I love, climbing the mountains. Thank you all for joining. Hopefully this answers some of your questions. Keep me in your prayers and keep tuned. Thanks for your support. I'm going to show you more of the trail. There's a lot of blowdowns, as you can see, but so far only one that I've had to cross on the trail. Definitely going to show you more as I progress on this day of recon. But I wanted to take a moment to ask you all to my buddy Tony Lewis on the 8th, I believe, of March is starting his Appalachian trail. Appalachian. I say Appalachian because that's what most people in the South like. I like Appalachian. I've said it that way my whole life. Not my fault. That's the way my parents raised me. But Appalachian is what I'll stick with. You all know what I'm saying. Half of people think that's right. Half of people think it's Appalachian. There is no right or wrong. Anyway, I digress. Tony Lewis is starting his Appalachian Trail Thru-Hike on the 8th of March this month. And he just retired from law enforcement, and he's been looking forward to this for quite some time. A lot of preparation. He actually helped out a lot in the Asheville area with cleanup after Hurricane Helene. Set his tent up, and they call that hardcore, testing out your equipment and helping the area rebuild and get by those first few weeks. So he's a stand-up guy, and looking forward to following his journey as much as I can. I'll be on trail myself, but looking forward to following his journey. And if you could go check out his channel, I'd appreciate it. I know he'd appreciate that too. KG4TAH. KG4, T is in Tom, A is in Apple, H is in Hector. The reason I believe that he names it that is that's his signal on ham radio, I think. Don't quote me on that. But check it out. I think he's going to have some good content out there. I know he is stoked and passionate about the journey he's getting ready to take on. And I support him completely. Go get him, Tony. Enjoy your adventure of a lifetime. That one was fun getting over because of the slanted ground. I'm 6 foot tall, still couldn't reach the ground when I'm over top of it. Big tree, probably can't really tell because it is on the wide angle right now, so makes everything look further away. It's beautiful out here though, even with all the debris and down trees. Absolutely stunning. Heading back now. Good news is there were some hairy spots for sure where the trees were down. So you've seen some of that. Not much to walk over though. A few blowdowns, not too bad. But I never came to an area where the trail was closed. So I don't know how far it goes. I don't have time to do it today, and I'm supposed to be resting for these tests coming up and everything, because I don't need to make my situation worse, but you know me, I can't rest. I have to keep the body moving. That's the way I feel alive and healthy. So I had to do a few miles at least this way, but this is positive news for my thru-hike trail of the SB 6K here very shortly, as it looks like it just isn't updated necessarily in some areas, because the trails are open and passable through some of the areas that are supposed to be closed. I know some of it's not going to be like that, especially when you get up higher, 5,000-6,000 feet. I think about 3,500, 4,000 right now. But it's good news. I can't wait for that next thru-hike or the continuation of the thru-hike of the Appalachian Trail. You never know. Stay tuned. Keep me in your prayers. I'll keep you in mind. Have a great day, and remember, live life. See you next time.